people from the rural area, somewhere like Ibu, Shere, Kawu, have tendered my request of appealing since 2019 and 2020 that we are requesting for mini barrack along the Shere, Kawu, Ibu. Inshallah, something will be done by the grace of God.
And the Bwari there making that appeal. Imagine that he had made that appeal since 2019 to see that there's a somewhat a military barrack or something where there's a security formation, a proper military or police formation there to ease security or in that area for us to have these things. But again, even where there are military barracks and military cantonments, and even the NDA haven't been so protected. You recall that there was a time when at some other point in 2021 or so, or 2022 now, there was also an attack on the NDA. Military personnel were abducted and one killed or so. It just leaves you wondering if that's actually the solution. Now, the FCT people have also requested, the Bwari Area Council chairman has requested for, patrol vehicles and all of that and logistic support from the federal government with the minister. Pledged to, says they're going to provide those supports. Let's hear the minister of the FCT, Wike.
I bring you greetings from Mr. President, who insisted that I must be here this morning, and I prove that as I speak to you now, the Federal Council meeting is taking place. But Mr. President insisted I must be here today to talk with you, to reassure you that we will not abandon you. Security is one of the key priorities of Mr. President's administration. Yesterday, Mr. President summoned a high-level security meeting, which includes all the service chiefs, the ministers of defense, and my humble self, because of recent attacks, particularly in Bwari. And so security is one of the key priorities that Mr. President in the leadership agenda will want to face squarely. It is no longer going to be business as usual. Everything has to be done to protect life and property. Without protection of life and property, then we have no business to be incomplete. My coming here today is to assure you that we are very, very serious. We are very, very serious. All those criminals, bandits, enough is enough. We'll do everything within our powers to make sure that we will not allow this to happen again.
And well, why that, the FCT minister has spoken these issues and made the promises that he made, some people also say, are we also going to wait until something similar or worse happens in Abaji or in Kuje before we see you go there? Or would you also just ensure that the whole of the territory is protected, and these kinds of action are taken even before incidents like this? It would be sad to see that after this incident, something like this also happens in another area council. By the way, it's been happening. But it would be sad to see that an event of this magnitude also happens in another area council, and we now still see the minister going there to make these promises and make these pledges. Oh, we're going to make it hot for them. It would not be a proactive measure. Proactivity means that before these kinds of things happen, you forestall it, you ensure that it doesn't happen, you prevent them from happening. Not when people are killed and then you go there and say, we're going to give you relief, we're going to give you support, we're going to do this. No, it wouldn't make sense. Let this be the last time that it would happen under your watch as FCT minister. Let this be the last time it would happen under your watch as president. And this applies to every other part of the country, not just the FCT. Every other part of the country. Let's see proactive measures. We saw a governor on TV yesterday say that activities of minors is responsible for the death of residents in his city, and the injury of several others. And it just leaves you wondering if the governor of a state does not know that illegal miners were in his state and doesn't know about illegal mining sites in his own domain. It leaves you wondering if the governor does not have a commissioner responsible for mining activities in his state. It leaves you wondering if the governor does not have a local government chairman, a councillor in those communities that could have told him what was going on. And even if, let's pretend that the governor doesn't know that there are illegal mining sites in his state, shouldn't he by now have fired the people who were supposed to be responsible for informing him or bringing it to his notice that illegal miners were resident in his state and were stocking up explosives in residential communities? We need to be more proactive. People cannot continue to sit back and be lackadaisical with their responsibilities, and then we just let them go and let them continue to, sit there and do nothing. Taxpayers' monies are expended to pay them. If you appoint them as commissioners, if you appoint them as caretaker committee chairman for the local governments, or they are elected as chairman, then they should be held accountable. They should be held responsible for things going on under their watch. You gave them a responsibility. They should be able to report to you and tell you what's going on in the areas where you've left for them. You gave them your proxy. They're working for you. They're actually working on your behalf in those communities, or in that capacity, either as commissioner or whatever. You, then they should go in for it. They should answer for it by either being fired or suspended or something. Something should be done. We cannot continue to have Nigerians die and nothing happens. No one is even as much as suspended. When things like this happen, people voluntarily resign. They say, look, it was my responsibility to provide this level of security or support to the people, and I couldn't deliver on it, and so I'm going to step aside. Let somebody who's more competent take over and do the job. But here, there's no accountability. No one takes responsibility for anything. Even when these things happen, those who are supposed to hold them accountable just let them have their job, and they pretend like nothing happens. 2 days down the line, everyone comes out to say, when it happens, everyone comes out to say, oh, it's sad, we condone, we do this, we do that, we're going to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. And the same people retain their jobs and even begin to live larger and bigger. By now, heads should have been rolling in Oyo State. By now, certain heads should have been rolling in security agencies in the FCT. But no, nothing like that happens. We just say, people just come out and say, oh, we assure you that this should not happen again. We assure you that we're going to bring the perpetrators to book. And that's the end of it. They go back to their offices, drink a cup of juice, and it wasn't Nigerians that lost their lives. there's need for a higher level of accountability. Listen more to the FCT minister, which wraps up, and then we get back to taking your thoughts and responses.
And that is why just this morning, Mr. President has given me an approval to provide every logistics required to the security agencies. And just like what the Yesu Bwari said and the second Bwari said, it is not by mere talking. We are serious. Security agencies will not have any reason to say that they are not equipped. We will provide everything required. I know how big Bwari is. I know that you have boundaries with 3 states: Niger State, Kaduna State. These bandits were chased away from the northeast, so they are making their way down. We'll make it hot for them. All we require from you is your support. Everybody has a role to play. Information is key. Yesterday, when we had our security meeting, FCT security meeting, all the area council chairmen were there. We agreed on certain things. I'm sure that the security agencies would have started. We encourage the vigilante, we encourage the hunters, we also going to encourage the chairman by giving him support. He has asked for some vehicles, we will give you support. Without information, there's nothing we can do. And that is where you have to play a key role. Traditional institution, you have a role to play. Community leaders, you have a role to play. Because by information, you have the security agencies to proactively take control before anything will happen. And so in the next few days, you will see the action of the security agencies to make sure that this kidnapping is brought to a halt. So I condole with you.
And that's the FCT minister there, Wike, speaking and giving assurances to the Bwari area council people and Abuja, and by extension. But we hope that it's not enough to just say these words, and the word of mouth is good. Why it's quite commendable to have, taken the action to go there and speak to the people, but it shouldn't just end with words. When you say we encourage vigilantes, we encourage the hunters, how do you want to encourage them? Are you going to give them automatic rifles to be able to protect the communities? Or what would you do? I mean, that's not even the Constitution. So, how are you going to encourage them? Are they going to come out with sticks and then guns to protect themselves when the people who come to attack them, like the traditional rulers had said, come with sophisticated weapons? How are they going to protect themselves? How would the hunters and vigilantes protect the people, and what kind of support are you really giving to them? Join the conversation now, 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. 8888. Send SMS and WhatsApp messages to 090-9705-4450. You can watch us live on YouTube and on Facebook. Be a part of the conversation there as well. Leave me a message and it would be good. I'm bringing our first caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Is this Moses?
Yeah, this Moses.
Moses,
I compliment you for this great job you are doing.
Thank you.
If they heart, your heart. But ordinary people, yesterday say we are not ordinary Nigerians.
Absolutely.
So that is your mindset. That is your mindset. If your mindset will be most of the mindset of leaders, I believe that this country, most things will be settled. I listen to this speech. You shouldn't just be just ordinary speech that will end up there. You seek for information. Then I said, did you remember some few years ago when they say some bandits have entered Niger down to Abuja? Did you know that? Did you remember?
Mm-hmm.
But they say no, it's just a fake news. How did these people come in? How did they come in with their weapons? There was an information that these people use cows and use dogs for them. That is the fact. The security is everybody's assignment. But there are people who have been set ahead for their affair of security who are trained, well armed. You say we are going to help the hunters. Hunters, these people are just, they are experts in killing animals, not human beings. So like his promises, okay, if we are going to train these vigilantes. Look at Katsina. Katsina governor try that, but yet they cannot cope up with the challenge of this armed bandits because these people are coming highly full force. Let me answer. Do you know one surprising thing? One surprising thing about this insecurity is that there are intruders who give information to those people. That's why I made comment this morning. People who are their sponsors, if you can't get them, you get their boys, you are just waiting your time. Because if those boys being captured, they have another boys to train.
Mm-hmm.
And these people, they are hidden. And some of these people are there sponsoring these people. So my intake in all this matter, we have had the promises. But how to tackle these things will be the major problem. It's not just a speech, but with actions.
All right, Moses.
Because people have had so many speeches.
Thank you, Moses. Thank you very much, Moses, for calling. And it's still the Have You Say Thursday. Let's get your say in. Hello, good morning. 090-7353-0044 and 090-876-68888. This is the Eagles Outlook on your radio experience you can count on. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Chief Cosmo.
Welcome.
Yes, the minister has spoken well. All these days on this platform, I have spoken about information. I mentioned one certain time that security agents are not spirit. They need their information to be proactive in tackling insecurity. Now he has mentioned about the community leaders, the local government chairman, the traditional rulers. They have a key role to play. Because you know the people in their community, you know all the new color of their community. The earlier you put people to be watchful, to know when the soldier enter the village, the better for you. And moreover, the security matter is not discussed in open. So the government, the minister, they are going to train this so-called vigilante and the hunters. There are some security hints they will give out to them so that they will do their work perfectly and help the security agents. I think this is what I gathered from his speech. So they will not tell you this. If they have security, if they have vigilante, they have the hunters, there's some security things. Maybe small rights weapon is not discussed in the open. They will arm them, even with good communication equipment. they can do this work. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Oh, what's happening now? Don't give up. Just try back, call back, or just dial back 090-7353-0044 and 090-87668888. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, Emerson.
Welcome, Ogenemano. Welcome. Good to have you.
You don't know what voice. Thank you very much for the job. To me, all these promises, not today with the other promises. You know, the government is always say we are on top of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
We are on top of the situation. It is a weekend, it's an action man, but security is on the I think is this exclusive list the talk I mean I think it is the federal government concern. So let's see how he's going to do it now. If really they will wake up from their slumber, because people are dying every day. We keep on hearing promises. Look at what was happening during Bwari's time when Benue people being slaughtered every day, many of them being killed. So it's not today we hear all this one. Let's see what will happen this time around, because we Nigerians are tired of all these promises. At the end, you will not see anything. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ogenemano. Appreciate you calling in. Hello, good morning. Okay, that one dropped. Send your messages to 09097054450 and that is 09097054450 for your messages, WhatsApp and SMS. Now we're talking about the insecurity in the FCT. What the Minister of the FCT has promised to the Bwari Area Council people, and by extension the FCT in general, saying they're going to make the FCT hot for criminals. Hello, good morning.
Hello, the Prince.
Good morning, Okwi. Is that you?
I greet you. I greet all listeners.
I greet you too.
Yes, you know, here we are calling legislation to make Nigeria right, to make Nigeria work again. Yes, we are the opposition. Yes, we the callers, we are the opposition. Opposition, they never come together. Their mind is not together to rescue Nigeria. Since they are not playing their role, let us be an opposition. Yes, yes. So we are the main lovers of Nigeria. Hopefully, and the other, and Salasi and others, Abubakar and others. We are the main lovers of Nigeria.
All right.
Then, following the insecurity in the FCC is unfortunate. But I want to tell Nigeria the truth. You know, some people are criticizing me. I am this, I am that, I am saying this, I am doing. Yeah? See, as far as APC remain in government, you cannot get it right. Are you hearing me? If you can remember those that are from PDP in 1999 or 1998, something like that, they are men of integrity. They are formed together and forge a good party. But these people, 2014, 2015, look at the character of people that from APC. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Yes, check their character. 2014, 2015, 2013. Check their character. What is their how are they behaving? And they are from APC, and they are deceivers. Say they are bring change. I want to ask Nigerians, especially those that vote them, have you gotten the change? And now you cry, hey, kidnapping. They must continue to kidnap you unless you reject APC. If we don't reject APC,
no, don't go that way. Don't go that way. Again, you know, I constantly beg you, Okwi, to keep your comments very civil. Don't attack institutions or individuals like that. It doesn't make for good conversation. All right. What you're going to have now is, you know, you just outrightly, you know, seeming to attack a person or an institution. It doesn't make for good conversation. Please lay your facts out and lay your thoughts out, and it's good. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Network.
Network, good to have you.
Sun City.
Welcome, Network.
I have heard the FCT minister calling the chief security officers for a a brief meeting in Abuja, I think yesterday, to talk about insecurity in FCT. I think the step he has taken is a very good one, and I want to believe he should fasten up his belts and buckle up his energy as he has been talking politics about Port Harcourt and all that. And he's not only gathering the security chiefs and have a table talk is the problem. The security personnel needs to be taken care of properly, given the right weapons, the right tools to work. You can't send these people to go battle these guys who are well sponsored by the sponsors. You cannot just send them to go battle them when you not prepare them. That is always my problem. The people they have the willingness to work, but when you don't give them the required weapons to go battle them, how would they go? Look at what is happening in the Amotuku. Look at what the Amotuku are doing now. They have lost hope in government security. The news reported today that the vigilantes who are in charge of Amotukus and most of those streets, they battled the bandits yesterday night, and so many of them had to flee off. These are what we need. These are what we want. FCT is no longer safe, my brother. So it's not all about calling these guys to talk, table talk. Let us make sure that we fund the security business. They are ready. They are willing to do this task. That is just my text.
All right. Thank you very much, Network, for sharing your thoughts with us. And let's talk about this again for a bit. The issue of vigilante and hunters and farmers, and all of that stuff that we say. We can't really talk about these things. But the incident in Plateau State. The Plateau communities and some communities in Kaduna would also tell you that they get information that terrorists or bandits will invade their communities. They also go ahead to report these things, but nothing seems to be done. Sometimes 24 hours before the attack happens, they get information, they share the information, the intelligence with security agents and agencies, and nothing happens. Sometimes you hear situations where there are security operatives some kilometers away from where the incident is happening, with the gunshots and all of the screaming and everything that's going on for hours. Nobody comes to their rescue, and that leaves you wondering, what is going on? What is going on? Someone needs to explain certain things. Okay, some people need to be seen to be fired and maybe punished for failing in their responsibility, and that's when people are going to wake up. That's probably when some others are going to wake up. But as long as nobody's punished for failures, the entire government looks bad. So I would urge the president to begin to look at this and see that, look, people are beginning to get punished. When people get punished for their failures, those who come after them would wake up. And even they themselves, if they're still in the position, they would wake up to their responsibility, knowing that, look, if I don't do well, I'm probably going to be fired. No, but when people fail in their responsibilities and we end up giving them juice or paying them salaries and keeping them in the office and nothing is done to them, nothing is going to change. We always like to cover up for people in this country, so that they will not say I'm putting sign in his Gary. But look, if people fail, let's call them out and say it the way it is. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Clement Zion Prince. Welcome again.
You almost spoke my mind during the presentation on this program. We note within the statements of people like Wike, yes, they are going to go hard on criminals. But Tinubu has said so many things like that before. But I want to say that, and it is axiomatic, the issue of insecurity and tackling it has to take real power and policy on part of government. Not just seminars and talk shows and all that. If they want to tackle insecurity, they must be serious. If you check the pattern of insecurity
and how these people strike over time, you almost conclude that government knows what is going on. When these people came to attack Kaduna Abuja rail line, it was blazing. Everybody saw it. So many big men lost their children. I think down the line, he had a problem over his son on that episode. From there, they lost route and said they were coming to Kuje. They didn't hide it. That government owes them some agreement. That the government was defaulting in meeting up their agreement. And we were wondering what the content of this agreement. And what happened? It came recently and struck. To the extent that there was no security, there was no counter attack, no ambush against them. And they went away with all their people in Kuje prison. The insecurity now has become widespread. Even in Abuja, we know most of what is happening in Abuja is not in the fore. Not all is being reported. In all the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, in Agbo, I said this thing before, a small apartment of land between Otolokbo, Umunede, Utokbo, and Little, back to Agbo, just a small circle. Farmers don't go to farm anymore there. So every time they are done and they kill, go to Ababu, these are small communities I'm mentioning in data. If you go to Anambra, you see them. You go to Rivers, you see them. You go to Zafar, oh, that is even, okay, what is the genesis of this widespread kidnapping in Zafar? The miners, the people who are mining it, many of them are offshoots of these kidnappers. And government cannot, I think the former governor of Zafara State, who is now the Minister of State in Nigeria here, told us that the agreement he had with these people helps to mitigate the level of kidnapping and in Zafara. But is it true? It's not true. What agreement did he make? He made it with people, not goats, not pigs, not persons. They're not knowing in what is going on. It is just unfortunate that it is the downtrodden that are paying the severity of this pain. It's a pity. Government should be more serious than what they are saying. They should be more honest, not talk shows, not have line statements. We are tired of all these hard-line statements. Like you challenge the UK, let us see now whether this hard-line statement will be the end of kidnapping and killings in Abuja.
Thank you very much. God bless you, Clement Zion Prince. Thank you very much for calling and lending your voice to the conversation. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, baby. Blessing.
God bless you. God bless you. I hope you can catch you there. The Lord is your strength. I greet our caller, although I know took much in the morning time. We are talking about issue of security, huh? Here, when we they say our government, they know how this thing go. Some of us will say maybe in a lie or maybe lie. Why are they talk? We not pray for them. Wait till they happen for common man, so may it happen for them. You senator, this thing happen for that. The whole Abuja go close up. You go they announce at 30 times. The thing go ahead. Now, yes, Wike that come out to say, okay, whether they pay ransom to these people, the thing go increase. And I go back for it too. True, now so. More you they pay. What is the payment? They kidnap your person. You pay. You are 3, they kidnap. They kill one come out. What is the need to pay? After all, one day, everybody will die go. Nobody will live forever. If I may ask, this money, whether they give the body, whether they keep the money, which houses whether they take a buy, make them basket everybody inside the house. May we check all this one. May we meet back our manager. How this money can they come off our account? Where people take the dead body. If we tackle this one, which we always say make them not pay ransom. You know, say early last year we talked this matter. Please, until we block airport road, all these things will stop. I'm telling you, the road where God bring us, now with the waka, we can see motor where they pass. Now we kukuma the waka for road. This is where airport to start. Now they start. So that these people where they support them, they not the waka, the same road where with the waka. And look at people where they go far, where they not even get money to stop. Okay, now they see them, they go pay out, they go see kill some of them. What is the need? Please, I think we will support yes Wike. I know say only we cannot fit do it. He couldn't be police. I beg, make them make things very easy for Nigeria. Because if you come fight for bad design, you come see police and mugging inside. What do you do? Your power go dey weak. This is the way they happen. Police people they don't judge, army people they don't judge, and this thing go take stop. things, if they know they pay our police well, I always they talk and make they pay them well. If somebody they give police money to pay them, pay them. Now
Okay.
see this for police when they don't work,
so much.
they pay them well.
Thank you so
God
much,
bless
Baby
you.
Blessing.
God bless you.
Appreciate you. And that calls for the better welfare of police officers and men. Very, very, very apt. Thank you very much for making that one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my prince. Felix from Lamata.
Mr. Felix, you're welcome.
My greetings to all the callers and the highly esteemed listeners,
Good
the
to
VIPs. My prince, you have said it all. Until we start holding people accountable for their misdeeds, these things we are saying, we are talking, is just in vain. These depredations and fraud into our daily life will continue. Somebody should be held accountable. Somebody should be held responsible for some of these things. Yes, taking care of the welfare of the security personnel is very, very important. And the situation where they don't even have mobile vehicles to move around with, or there are vehicles but there are no fuel. These are the logistic things that they should look into. And again, we should not be waiting until this will come to us. We should go to the bush. What happened to the hunters and the forest security service deal? These hunters, they know the bush part. And I can tell you for sure that the people who are coming to terrorize us are not the ones enjoying the proceeds of this illicit act. So somebody should be held accountable. People should look at what happened to Better Edu. From Better Edu now we are getting to know other things. Imagine a lady of less than 40 years having a estate of 400 million, 300 million. Where did she get that money? If we are serious, all these assets that we obtained that cannot be explained, there should be a lot to it. When you see people building an estate, building mansions, and they are doing nothing, someone should investigate them.
Okay.
If we are saying that things we should do to control all these illicit acts in our society.
Thank you so much,
Tired
Mr.
of
Felix.
all these excuses, my brother.
Thank you, Felix.
Thank you, and God bless.
For your thoughts and submission. I don't know that we can take more calls, but I'll just squeeze this one in quickly. Hello, good morning.
Thank you, my prince. It's
Good morning,
Obasanjo from
Obasanjo.
Amadi.
Good to have you.
Thank you. My prince,
Yes.
I see Nigerians like, I don't know what we are doing here. What the government is supposed to do. You are even clapping for the minister. Of what? These are the duty that we elect him to do. These are the duty that we elect Mr. President or the other governors to do. Why must you be clapping? They are keeping us since from 1960 up to date. There's nothing show up. Why are you clapping? They are stealing our money. Minister will pump 20 billions of naira. They are stealing this money. You are clapping because it's saying some message of what? Is it not the constitution to provide what? Security and the life of our citizens. Why are we clapping? They don't sit us in the night, sit us in the morning, sit us in the afternoon, sit us in the evening. You are clapping. I don't think Nigeria we are wise enough. Why must we be wise enough? Are we not be seeing Oyibo? That we are practicing this democracy from there? For what?
Okay.
NCC, when we are supposed to, the NCC, when we are supposed to arrange them to court, the judiciary of this country, what about you? The lawyers, the NCC, we're supposed to drag them to court. Why? Because all these information are there. They should give us this information. They are not giving us anything.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. No, don't, please don't go there. Let's not allow ourselves our emotions get the best of us. But like you mentioned, the NCC, if the NCC and the service providers can trace calls, they should be able to trace the calls that go to the sponsors or go to and from the sponsors of these criminal elements, because they use phones, they communicate one way or another, they get in touch with their foot soldiers in the bushes, in the forests. They do get across these people, don't they? So how is it possible that we cannot trace their calls and know who these terrorists are speaking with? A friend of mine told me about how he developed an app himself and his company and some other partners outside of the country developed a very, very what's the word now? Efficient app that's very good with geomapping and can pinpoint specific locations where you are, geospatial mapping, right? And it's very good. You don't even need the internet, and it can pin the location of every cell device. Okay, and he pitched that even to the police high command, but somehow someone there, when the AIG or so minuted it down or something like that. It was just in somebody's office, I can't mention. So, the person asked. The person was asking them for money, before such an app would be adopted by the police. And you just know that, well, we're not serious yet. We're really not serious to fight this. Everyone is just looking for what to put in their pockets, how to line their pockets and all, at the expense of the general public, at the expense of Nigerians who are left to protect themselves with sticks and guns. One time, the former Minister of Defense said Nigerians should defend themselves. When terrorists come, they should defend themselves with sticks and guns. And stones. Rather, with sticks and stones, right? Yeah, that's what he said. Anyway, I'll leave you now with this one from Akuso Moses. Akuso says, "Good morning, Prince. The only language we get from our security agencies and politicians is we're on top of the situation. We assure you everything will be all right. Please be patient. The situation is under control," and many more. At the end of the day, no results to show. That's what Akuso Moses is saying. Thank you very much. You sent that message in all the way from Kaduna. And Akamata says, "Sir Prince, did you see the number of security personnel that accompanied the minister to Bwari yesterday? Imagine if they were using those explosive materials that exploded in Ibadan, where were being used for IEDs. Does it mean that nobody would have detected them?" Akamata, well, we see them yesterday. On Monday, I told you guys about how a certain minister goes to church, or a minister was seen going to church with a fully loaded military gun truck and 2 other police Hilux vehicles. Anyway, moving on. Police, okay. Taking Bay Hundu from Karo, Nasarawa, you stay. "My Prince, security situation in Nigeria may not improve. Special forces for bandits and kidnappers arrest security agents who are on the payroll of criminals." That's very important. Very, very important. Those guys who, the criminals who collude with criminals, fish them out. It's not so difficult to do. "Good morning, Prince." Abdullahi Mekano says, this is a clear picture of Nigeria. God bless you for getting tremendous efforts and patriotic action. Nigeria can't get it right under a weak and dilapidated system. Okay, I think this is weak and dilapidated system. The system is not working anymore and everybody is busy packing money. Sir, there is no more hope left in Nigeria. Too bad, you say. Well, let's believe and keep hoping and believing that things will get better. They say, "It go better, it go better." You know the rest. Stay with us on your radio experience. You can count on. Keep working, keep praying, keep believing, and keep also speaking up when you see something. You know what they say, see something, say something. You never know what you say may just help the situation. My name is Ihia Nacho Prince. You can call me His Radio Highness of Abuja. Mathemata takes over shortly, but before then, business news comes on. Keep it locked here. And thank you to Chisom for the moral support. She's not seen, she's not heard yet, but sometime you're going to hear her. Chisom is an intern here. She's going to be, she's been here providing moral support. Thank you again for being there. Keep it locked.